Hello learners, welcome to the BA Second Year class of English again. This is the official YouTube channel of Department of English, Government College Sirohi, and I am your teacher Renuka Verma. So we were doing the play A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. As I have told you earlier that it is a problem play in which Ibsen has taken up a social problem where woman is treated as a secondary entity in the house in a male-dominated society. So Nora is the protagonist here, who seems to be a very quiet, happy and satisfied married woman, but this illusion of hers is broken when she is shown her position in the house on taking a decision, a financial decision on part of her father and her husband, and she is shown the real status of hers in the house. So Nora is a doll who has been treated as a doll in the house, but when she takes up a decision, when she works as a complete personality, as a complete entity, her illusion of being the owner of the house and the person who matters and who can take some decisions in the house is broken. So we see that in the earlier act we have seen that Dr. Rank, a friend of Helma, comes, and Mrs. Linde, who is a widow, who comes to meet Nora, her school friend, is also been introduced in the last act. So now Mrs. Linde and Nora are having a conversation regarding their lives, and Mrs. Linde tells Nora that she is not happy with her life because she is a widow and her husband left her with no money and children for her, and she also has to take care of her mother and her brothers. So she is in badly need of a job, and she has come to Nora to ask for a job in her husband's bank. So Nora asks Helma if he can provide Mrs. Linde with a job in his bank, and he agrees. So Mrs. Linde is given a job in the bank of Nora's husband, Helma, because he is a successful bank manager who's recently got a promotion. Now, but the turning point comes when Krogstad, from whom Nora has taken a loan to pay the debts to meet of which she took to meet the expenses when her husband was ill. So she borrowed some money, she took a debt from Krogstad, but she did a blunder mistake because she forged the signatures of her father, and this forgery makes her a little uncomfortable when Krogstad arrives to meet Helma in his room. So Nora, who is described as a very extravagant and lavish household keeper, a very extravagant wife by her husband, who is treated as an extravagant wife by her husband. She tells the reality beneath it too. She confesses the reality of all those lavish spendings to Mrs. Linde, and she says that last year has been very tough for her because she has to save money to pay off the debt that she took for her husband from Krogstad. So she's been secretly working to pay off the bill, pay off the debt, and also she saves money from her spendings to fulfill that debt from Krogstad. So she seems a very happy and extravagant and satisfied woman in the house, but she inwardly she has been fighting with her own guilt of forging the signs of her father for the debt to borrow money from Krogstad, as well as she is also working very hard. She works secretly, she copies books and stuffs to pay off the bill, to earn some money and to pay the debt that she took. Okay, so she is a very responsible person also. And the image of a doll, which is considered by a husband or by the male dominated society in general, we can say, it does not suit Nora, who is the protagonist and who takes up a brave decision to borrow money and then secretly pays off the debt by earning her on her own and by saving money on her own. So let's see how the doll converts to a liberated woman in between, and how she revolves as a character. So now we'll be doing the next act 2. Enough for today. Thank you.